Hello YouTube. It's Saturday the 5th of May 2018 and the time's just gone 1 o'clock in the morning. Yesterday afternoon I travelled across to Southampton, caught a ferry at 5 to midnight, an hour crossing, and I finally come across to the Isle of Wight. Very expensive, the ferry, £164.50. That's the return ticket, and I'll be heading back on Monday tea time. Ferry's booked for 5:30. But going to check out some of the National Trust places on the island. Check out some of the beaches. The weather's supposed to be good, so looking forward to this one. What I'm going to do now is find somewhere to park up for the evening. Now there's a mill, big winds mill. I'm going to take a look at that one tomorrow morning, and parking's in a lay-by not far from the winds mill. It's a half an hour drive from the ferry port, 15 miles. So we'll see you when we get to the windmill. Good morning, me darlings. It's just coming up to 10:30. Had a little bit of a lie-in. The crossing last night was at 5 to midnight, 1 hour crossing, and half an hour drive across to this windmill. I've cooked myself bacon and egg roll for breakfast, a couple of cups of tea. But what I'll do is I'll get out, show you where I've parked up to for the night, and then we'll go in and take a look at the windmill. Well, that was Bembridge Winds Mill, built in the 1700s and last operated in 1913. And Bembridge Windmill is the only surviving windmill left on the Isle of Wight. It's a National Trust visit. I climbed up to the top of the windmill, had a look at all the working gubbins inside, but very steep. Going up the ladder, and not a lot of space. But didn't do any video inside because it's such a tight space to squeeze through, and because of how vertical the ladder was, I needed both hands to hold on. But very impressed with the windmill there. But next on the cards is Compton Bay and Downs. Going to go to the beach and going to have a look, see if we can find any dinosaur fossils. It's just coming up to 2 o'clock. I'm parked up at Compton Beach. It's a National Trust car park, and £7 parking for the day. Absolutely spectacular view out to sea. I've got the cliffs on the right hand side. It's a nice bay, sandy beach. The tide's in at the moment. Cut myself 2 sausages and fried a little bit of onion, a little bit of grated cheese. I've made myself 2 hot dogs. I've had a cup of tea, been chatting on the radio for the last half hour, 40 minutes to a few friends. Got Mike, who lives on the island, on his way to meet me, so we're looking out for a motorbike turning up. But ice cream van in the car park. I'm going to pop across, grab myself the biggest ice cream they do. I'm going to sit back, relax and enjoy the ice cream. What I will do is I'll show you the view that I have from where I'm parked up to. spent the afternoon parked up at Compton Beach, National Trust car park, £7 for all day parking. Didn't cost me a penny, put the card in the machine, printed myself a free ticket. Managed to meet up with an old friend of mine, speak to the gentleman regularly on the radio, but first time we've met up. It's 7:10 now. I've gone for a drive around the coast and I'm parked up at Fort Victoria. Quite a few vans here, but I was lucky. I've managed to get a sea view. There's 2 vans on the left hand side, a car on the right, 2 vans in behind me, and parked up in the car park, free parking. 7:10 now, got my dinner on the go, 2 mashed potatoes, and going to do myself a steak, a few onions and mushrooms. Morning all, 7:30 Sunday morning. Had a good night's sleep last night. Must have passed out about 9 o'clock, and I woke up about 10:30. Sliding door was still open, but still plenty of people wandering around this car park, making lots of noise. But overall, had a good night's sleep last night. But this morning, sun's out. It looks like it's going to be an absolutely spectacular day again today. Looks like it's going to be absolutely roasting. But I'm going to stick the kettle on, get myself a brew, get some bacon frying in the pan. It's just gone 10 o'clock and the temperature is absolutely roasting outside. Washed up all the dishes, tidied up the van. For a short walk this morning up along the coast. But what the plan is now is to drive to the southeastern part of the island. I'm going to be heading towards the highest hill on the island, and this afternoon I'll be on the radio, and I'll be calling into the 2 local radio networks, see how far I can work stations up the country, and then I'll be looking for somewhere to park up in the southern parts of the island for the last night. What I'll do is I'll just nip out the van now before I leave and just show you the view I got this morning. Just coming up to 12:30, and I'm parked up on the top of Ventnor Downs. Pretty sure I'm parked up next to a radar station of some kind. There are some Bronze Age burial mounds a little further along the road, so I'll be checking those out a little bit later on. But been up here now for the last hour and a half. A bit peckish, so I'm gonna have to get some dinner on the go. But been on the radio. I've called into a radio network and worked 3 stations up on the Clee Hills, South Shropshire. It's about 137 miles from here, so well pleased with those. Worked with a gentleman in the Cotswolds. But be switching networks at 1 o'clock. Be calling into a walkie-talkie, a PMR 446 network, channel 8. Then at 2 o'clock till 4 o'clock I'll be on an FM network. A little further along the road there's some burial mounds, Bronze Age burial mounds, so I'll be going to check those out. time's just coming up to 1:10. I'm starting to feel a little bit peckish now, but just doing myself a couple of sausages, a little bit of fried onion. I've got a pack of 4 fresh bread rolls, a little bit of grated cheese in the fridge. I'm going to wash that down with a nice cup of tea. Well, the time's just coming up to 4:15. And I've called into the radio network this afternoon. Managed to work a few stations up and down the country. Furthest up north was the Clee Hills, South Shropshire. I've worked stations over in South Wales and stations across as far as Sussex. Been a great afternoon. I was going to go for a walk out to the point and take a look at the burial mounds. But the temperature is so hot, the sweat's been absolutely pouring off me. But what the plan is now is to head down the hill, drive a little further around the coast and find somewhere to park up for the evening. The time's just gone 6:30 and I've parked up for the night. Checked out a few different places, found a beach with parking right on the beach, but there was signs up, no overnight parking. But what I've done is I've parked in a large car park. It's a National Trust car park. Put the card in the machine, printed out a free ticket. All day parking here is £7 for the day. But went for a drive, found a Sainsbury's local, myself up a bottle of wine, another bottle of Heineken, a few bars of chocolate, and what the plan is to cook myself some dinner. I've got a couple of gammons. Gonna do myself some vegetables. I've got carrot, potato, I've got a bit of broccoli, a little bit of cabbage. But the plan is after dinner I'm going to head to the beach. It's literally a 2-minute walk. And I'm going to sit on the beach, chill out for an hour or so, watch the sunset, and have a couple of bottles of beer. Right guys, 7:30, dinner's cooked. There's 2 small gammons, mashed potato, broccoli, carrots, beans and cabbage. I'm going to get this down my neck and get down on the beach, watch the sunset and enjoy a bottle of beer. Just a 2-minute walk from the car to the seafront. Load of beach huts on the right hand side. Absolutely gorgeous bay, beautiful flat calm water, but there's a few boats out there. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down, enjoy my bottle of beer. Good morning all, it's just gone at 9 o'clock, bank holiday Monday. Looks like it's going to be an absolute scorcher again today. 9 o'clock just gone and it's absolutely roasting outside. Batteries I've already charged up from what I've used throughout the night. Been up nice and early. Plenty of dog walkers turning up this morning. None of them have paid for their tickets for parking. National Trust have been around, issued tickets to virtually every single car in the car park. Ever so quiet in here last night, no boy racers at all. But kettle's been on, made myself a cup of tea. I'm going to cook myself a bacon and egg roll for breakfast. And find myself something to do for the day. Ferry's booked at 5:30, so I need to be at the ferry port for about 4:45 so I can check in. The time's just gone 10:15. I've had my bacon and egg roll for breakfast. Just finishing off a cup of tea now, and I'll be making a move. I'd like to head to a beach for a couple of hours. Fancy going for a walk. But I'm probably going to go back to Compton Beach over on the southeast coast. Nice beach. It's National Trust, so I won't have to pay for parking. I could go to one of the local beaches It won't cost me anything in fuel, but it'll probably cost me 5 to 7 quid in parking. But going back to Compton Beach, it's going to cost me a couple of quid to get there in fuel, but it won't cost me anything to park there for a few hours. The time's just gone 12 o'clock, and I've taken a walk along the beach. Van's parked up there in the cliffs, but the weather today is absolutely fantastic. It's sat here and it's absolutely roasting. Water's flat calm, it's like a mill pond, just the odd little wave. But there's a guy out there on a paddle board. He's certainly enjoying himself. That's something I've got to get and have a go at. Can't really walk any further along the coast than what I've walked, because the sand is now turning into stone, and I'm barefooted. But there's the cliffs there at the end of Compton Beach. A few people down at that end, but tide's coming in at the moment. I'm sure high water is somewhere around 6 o'clock this evening. Did get myself an ice cream when I got here, £2.20. I'm definitely going to grab myself another ice cream before I go. I took a stroll back to the van and bought myself another ice cream. Got myself a double this time. But I've carried on further along the coast. Gone for a little paddle in the seawater, and it's not cold at all. But there's a boat out there. A little bit of a reef in the front of me. But what I'm going to do is keep going, carry on a little further around the coast, and possibly get up to that point up there, and then head back to the van. Alright guys, time's 10 to 2. I'm back at the van now. Just got to sort a few things out in the van, and I'll be heading towards the ferry port. Got to be at the ferry port for about 4:30, 4:45, and the ferry leaves at 5:30. But still going to have a little bit of time to kill, but I'd rather be early than late. Expect I'll have a look, see if I can find a little seaside town or somewhere close by, just to have a wander around to kill the time. Alright guys, time's just coming up to 4:15, and I'm parked up in East Coles. Been parked up here now for the last hour and a half, but been wandering around the town along the esplanade, taking a few photos, looking at all the boats, just trying to pass the time. But did look for a chip shop. When I did find one, it was closed. I can start heading towards the ferry port in the next 20 minutes, half an hour. Check in and queue up in whichever designated lane that they give me. Ferry's at 5:30, and grab myself a nice cold drink on the ferry, and possibly a bowl of chips.
Stay one more night. Don't you know that my love is true? Let's make things right. I understand what you're going through. Stay one more night, and I know that it's not too late. Let's make things right. You just have to believe in faith.
Right, the time's 18:40. The boat was 5 minutes late arriving at Southampton, but had a fantastic time on the Isle of Wight. Came across Friday night, and it's now Monday evening. Been a great bank holiday weekend. So thanks for watching the video guys, much appreciated. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed.
Thanks for watching, we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.